was a hell of a fight. You know, Kevin's a top 5 guy. I'm a top 5 guy. And technically, I'm still pound for pound the best in the state, and that won't change anytime soon. But thank you guys. Appreciate it.
My coach.
The 2016 Most Influential Person of the Year, no surprise there, shouldn't be a surprise to many of you in this room, Mr. David Oblis.
Thank you. Usually when I do the speeches here, I usually have to move the microphone down. It sucks tonight, I have to move the microphone down and I can't stand higher than the podium. So I'm back here if you guys can see me. And if anyone here is nervous about giving speeches, don't worry, I'm probably about the worst person in this world, so whoever's nervous, you're going to do better than I do. Moving on, the next award is the honorable, the Breakthrough Fighter of the Year. The honorable mention, first is Jared Gooden, followed by Cody Durden. First, a little bit about Jared. Not only was he involved in the Fighter of the Year runner-up this year, but he fought 5 times this year in 2016, more than any other pro in Georgia. He went 4-1. Beating Tanner Saraceno, Amir Dadovic, and Micah Miller, with his only loss to Dave Vitke. At the start of 2016, he was only 3-0. By the end of the year, he ended up 7-1, and is now one of the most experienced fighters in the state of Georgia. The winner is Cody Durden. In January this year, he was still fighting as an amateur. By the end of this year, he's now 5-1 as a pro. His only loss was his first amateur fight more than 4 years ago. 2016 saw him fight 3 times as a pro, ending 2 of those fights in the first round. And after one of the fights, he proposed to his girlfriend at the ring at Cowboys. He's now one of the top 125-pound fighters in the region and gunning for a fight with Jared Scoggins that should send the winner to the UFC or Bellator. Your honorable mention, Jared Gooden, your winner, Cody Durden.
SPG Buford, SPG Athens, and Knuckle Up. You guys will be better. Thank you guys.
First off, I just want to thank American Top Team Gwinnett, Sean Wilson, Travis Knight for always being there for me. And yeah, it took a lot of hard work to get here. You know, I always say, I don't know. I'm drunk. Hey, thank you. I appreciate
For the Athletic Commission Person of the Year, we've got 3 people. Only one of them's here. The 3 people are Rick Thompson, he's one of the 5 executive directors for the state of Georgia. Matt Woodruff, who everyone knows, who basically runs the Athletic Commission. And Nate Mann. Here tonight is Nate Mann. He started, a few years ago, he started as a glove guy for me at the fights, handing out gloves and getting them back. Worked his way up to inspector, and now he's one of the most experienced judges and refs in the state of Georgia. He's a black belt in jiu-jitsu, one of the few in the state, and he's passed the ABC class by both Blake Grice and Big John McCarthy. Nate Mann. Big guy, few words. The fight of the year. We've had a bunch of incredible fights this year on my fight cards and other people's, and these 2, I think everyone would agree, kind of rose to the occasion. The honorable mention was Tanner Saraceno from South Carolina versus Jared Gooden. Both guys went into the fight undefeated. At the time, Jared was 4-0. Tanner was 0-0. But I do consider 0-0 undefeated technically, so both guys were undefeated. Tanner turned Jared into a complete bloodbath in the first round. I actually watched the fight this morning on YouTube to make sure I knew what I was talking about coming here. Jared got cut in about 2 or 3 places in the first round. Tanner ran out of energy. Jared hit him with a high leg kick to the face to begin the second, and then took him down from there. And turned Tanner's face into chop meat pretty much the rest of the fight. Fight was ended about 1:45, and honorable mention for our fight of the year. And the #1 fight of the year was Lawson McClure versus Cameron Neville. I think anyone was there that saw this as one of the best fights in the year as well. These guys went back and forth. Neither guy came into the fight with the most spectacular record. At the time, Cameron was only 8-8, Lawson was 9-6. But I've oftentimes referred to these guys kind of like the Arturo Gatti and Mickey Ward of MMA here in Atlanta. Just two of the biggest high-profile fighters there are. And if you've never seen Lawson, he's also one of the best dressed guys around. So Jared Gooden and Lawson McClure.
Same thing, thanks again for voting for me. SVG, not below. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I think this is like my 5th or 6th one of these. I'd like to thank my coaches, Adam Singer and Rory Singer, and SBG. Woo!
So with changing things up with the awards banquet this year, I also made up a completely new category this year. Basically, the toughest fighter in the state of Georgia. And we had a lot of people's opinion on who these guys were, but I think it really came down to the final 2 guys. And I'll go with the first guy. I don't know if he's here. Hopefully someone can accept it on his behalf. Rusty Crowder from Knuckle Up Fitness, Douglasville. He's basically one of the toughest fighters you'll ever meet in Georgia. The guy had a 5-3 record as an amateur, and right now he's 5-7 as a pro. So he's basically got a losing record as a pro. But despite that losing record, he's by far one of the toughest fighters you'll ever see. He's fought a who's who basically in the state of Georgia. Guys I wrote down, he's beat Aaron Quaid, Ralph Ospina he's fought, he beat Brantley Furr, fought CJ Hamilton, Kevin Smith, beat Travis Knight, beat Jarrell Bowman, John Kyrgios, he beat Detroit Lions Lee, beat Solon Staley, fought Guy Curry, and beat Scott Farhat. And in his brain, he beat Lawson McClure. He didn't, but in his brain he did. But either way, he's by far the #2 toughest fighter in the state of Georgia. Is anyone here from Rusty Crowder's gym to come accept it for him and say something? Chaz. Accepting is Chaz Walton.
I know Rusty would have something pretty crazy to say. I don't. He's a scrappy guy. I mean, anybody that's ever trained with him, been in the cage with him, understands that you're going to have a fight on your hands. So on Rusty's behalf, thanks.
The winner of this category is someone that was just here a minute ago. I basically told him he's one of my favorite fighters in the state. I don't think he's used that against me to demand a higher purse out of me, but at least he knows that he's got my respect as one of the toughest fighters in the state. Similar to Rusty, he's fought a who's who. He's fought John Kofor, Jarrell Bowman, Ronnie Bam Bam Rogers, Rand Weathers twice, John Kyrgios, Shane Crenshaw, Kevin Smith, Nick Sprayberry, Cameron Neville, and Rusty Crowder. He's 11-6 right now. He's on a 3-fight winning streak with wins over Rusty Crowder, Cameron Neville, and Nick Sprayberry. He's been the winner of Fight of the Year several times here at the Georgia Fighters Awards Banquet. One thing I even look back when I think about my promoting career, one of the biggest mistakes I've made is not having him featured on Legacy on Access TV when we've done the shows here in Atlanta. Hopefully if they come back, we'll change things. In the meantime, our vote for the toughest fighter of the year in the state of Georgia is Lawson McClure.
This means a lot to me because, you know, looking out at this crowd, Georgia is nothing but tough fighters, top to bottom, every weight class. I mean, we're a bunch of tough motherfuckers. I mean, there's kids here, sorry. But in all honesty, I'd like to thank my opponents. As Dave said, I fought nothing but tough guys, and they all brought it to me. They all tried to take it from me, and I gave it right back. You know, like I said, it's tough isn't something you can teach yourself or learn to be. Tough is just something you are. So, thank you.
And on a promotional note, Lawson's going to be the main event Saturday, February 18th at Center Stage for the NFC belt versus Nathan Williams from X3, who's somewhere in here tonight. So don't you guys becoming friends just yet. So we added the Jiu-Jitsu category for the first time ever this